Okay, this video is regarding Elna Silmic 2. As I had shown you in my previous video about Sony MHC VX101, so from in that video I showed you that I had modified or recapped my Sony Mini i5, where I had replaced Rubicon YK capacitors with Elna Silmic 2, just for experimental purposes, as I was very new back then to DIY field, DIY hobby, audio hobby. So after changing Silmic to what all changes had happened in the sound. So I'll tell you what I removed, and I removed Rubicon YK capacitors, a few Punsumi capacitors, and two Nippon Chemicon bipolar SME series capacitors, and replaced these capacitors with Elna Silmic 2 and Epcos MKT. That is, previously it was known as Siemens B325 series. So whatever sound change has happened is a combination of both, that is Silmic 2 and Epcos B325 series, and the change was not that good. It was okay. The only thing good was the bass had become faster. Now I don't know who was the culprit in the signal path. Was it Rubicon YK or was it Nippon Chemicon SME bipolar? I'm guessing from one of the tests I had done on my full rangers from a 2.1 system, where I used the Nippon Chemicon's SME series in as a high pass filter capacitor for that full range speaker. And what I found was, since it was a 4.7 microfarad capacitor, it was also giving a little bit mid bass, and from that mid bass what I could guess was that I think the culprit for slower bass was the SME series Nippon Chemicon. And from my Philips Mini i5 system, what I am guessing is that it has Rubicon SSP series in signal path, and they do not slow down the bass. So I think culprit was Nippon Chemicon. And regarding Silmic 2, let me tell you my experience about Silmic 2. The only place where I have found them to give a really positive outcome was in my 2-channel PC speakers, Indian brand Intex speakers, where in that circuit it was powered by a ST Microelectronics integrated circuit. It was basically a 2-channel full range speaker system that hardly gave any bass, but had a really excellent mid-range and high frequencies, and the sound balance was really good. That is, the voice placement is to snare drum was almost like that of my Philips FW335, and it originally had some Chinese branded capacitors in it with a few Rubicon YKs, and I replaced them with Elna Silmic 2, and the outcome was that the snare drums came out even more forward and started sounding really good. So that was the only case where Elna Silmic 2 sounded good. So remember 2 points in that main integrated circuit was ST Microelectronics, and the resistors were carbon resistors. So what I'm guessing is that for Elna Silmic 2 to sound really good, the resistors in signal path should always be carbon film resistors. Then only you will get a good outcome from Elna Silmic 2. And my second experiment, or shall we say third experiment, was with my Creative Sound Blaster sound card, where when I replaced the capacitors, Fujicon RM series capacitors with ELNA Silmic 2, and the outcome was a disaster. The problem was that intermittently in each and every song that I played, certain instruments were coming forward and certain instruments were going behind, and this was very inconsistent. Across different songs, different instruments were coming out and going behind. That is, for example, in all my other reviews, I have a consistent, whatever changes that happened, where I report or tell you about my experiences, the changes are consistent. That is, either voices are forward, snare drums are behind, bass is slow, and these things will be consistent across all the songs. But in case of Silmic 2, the changes were not consistent. It was behaving really funny. So from the experiments we can conclude that what all experiments I have done, from that you can conclude that in my Sound Blaster sound card there were no carbon film resistors, and in my Sony VX101 there are carbon film resistors. In my Intex 2-channel speaker there are carbon film resistors, and in both systems, in Sony VX101 and in my 2-channel Intex speakers, Silmic 2 didn't behave funny, and it was consistent with whatever changes it brought in the sound, overall sound. So we can conclude from that experiment that Silmic 2 doesn't like SMD resistors. It always prefers carbon film resistors. And one more thing is that rather than using ELNA Silmic 2, you can use ELNA RE3, RE series. But for RE series you need good carbon film resistors or good metal film resistors, such as Philips SFR16 and Philips MKT capacitors. It sounds good in combination with those components. And Silmic 2 only needs carbon film resistors. If it gets carbon film resistors and a good integrated circuit, then it on its own tries to give a fuller sound, whereas ELNA RE2 requires the help of SFR16, Philips SFR16 resistors and Philips MKT capacitors. But the end result, that is the combination of ELNA RE series, Philips SFR16 and Philips MKT capacitor, is far superior to that of ELNA Silmic 2 and carbon film resistors. So that is why I prefer ELNA RE2 SFR16 and Philips MKT combo. So I'll end the video here.